Welcome to Access a Trader, the #1 community for those who are committed to taking control of their trading in order to achieve success, profitability, and longevity. Thank you for joining us. Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, good evening everybody. Welcome to another edition of the AccessATrader.com nightly wrap-up show. Hope everybody is doing well. Hell of a day, right? Hell of a day. We'll get to that in a second. Guys, if you can do me a favor, if you like what we're doing, you're an avid viewer, all I ask is click a like, support the channel, share and subscribe if you haven't done so already. So hopefully everybody is doing well. There was a video 2 nights ago. Okay, the problem is, and you guys kind of know what the issue is, I try to record the video just because my kids have a crazy basketball training schedule. So I try to record the video before 5 o'clock so I could get them to training. And, you know, news always breaks like literally seconds after I stop recording. So there was no reason to me even to put out the video. We put it out to our guys, but it was kind of a moot point. By the time that the video was recorded, nothing made sense in the video because everything already exploded after on China News. Yesterday, Kenyon, the gentleman who edits the videos, he was traveling, so I did a kind of Twitter X Spaces. So this is literally the first video I'm actually putting out here. So okay, where do we begin? So let's talk about facts, right? I'm not in the business of predicting things. I'm not in the prediction business. I'm not in the guessing business. I'm into facts. So a couple things happened today and a couple things that didn't happen today, which is very, very good. Number one, if you guys remember, the market has been going up in the last 3, 4, 5 days, 6 days, 8 days, whatever the case may be, on days that there was an outlier event. Basically, if the market turned around and said, well, we're going to be in negotiations with Japan and China, the market would absolutely explode, right? If there was no news, the market would go down. And today was one of the very first days I can remember in the last 3 weeks, even going back to the 4.9 highs that we saw the 90-day kind of a temporary pause on tariffs. This is the first day I can remember that we didn't have an isolated or an outlier event that took the market higher, right? So that's what happened. Okay, that's what happened. What didn't happen was very, very important, and it's very noteworthy going into tomorrow's session and almost into the future, right? I don't want to be dramatical with it, but almost in the future. 2 weeks ago, or even a week ago, if China came out and said anything, literally anything negative about potential trade discussions, the NASDAQ would have been down 500 at the open. You would have Dow down 1,000 at the open. Again, it would have been, a horrific crap show for investors. The problem is that didn't happen today with the reaction. China did come out, I think it was either early this morning, way before a lot of people woke up, and they came out with a statement that says China and the United States have not even begun to talk, right? That's obviously negative. That's something that the headline worthy would have gotten the market murdered even a week ago. The problem is that didn't happen, right? That didn't happen. And not only did we not get killed pre-market, the NASDAQ futures went from down 200 to up 40 pre-market. So that was a very, very bullish sign. If you actually go back to video after video after video, I kept on repeating the one constant thing. Eventually, the tariff thing, just like everything else, is going to be tone deaf, right? I mean, tell me if you heard this before. Eventually, right? Eventually, we're going to be numb to all tariff news until there's a resolution. And that's kind of what's happening right now, folks. That really is kind of what's happening. And I don't remember the last time, number one, I was long multiple positions at once. But number two, there wasn't even one dip, man. There wasn't even one shake today. I was sitting there. I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, okay, when's the news going to come out to stop me out of my runners? It never happened. It absolutely never happened. And today was one of the more aggressive days I can remember in a very, very long time on the upside. Because you guys remember, I missed this 2,000-point rally because I didn't want to chase it. There was nothing to chase that, right? We deflected the China news saying that they didn't start negotiations with the United States. and we started grinding up. There was a little bit of economic data today that took the market a little bit higher, but nothing crazy, right? Nothing crazy. So we gapped up, right? We gapped up and we started sitting there pre-market. And the one thing, those three words I haven't said in a very, very long time, gap and go. You almost have to dust off the financial dictionary to actually figure out what that is. But that's what we did today, guys. We did a gap and go. And this was the thing with it, this is from the open, right? This is literally from the open, okay? So here's the data. Here's the data, right? Here's the data. We went sideways into the open, and it was literally a stairway to heaven. That's all it was. Guys, there wasn't a downtick. We didn't break formation. There was not a downtick. Look at the 60-minute. Forget about this fake spike here, right? Look at the 60-minute view on the Qs. We did not, again, as I'm talking, it's like the market gods are giving me a big FU to refresh again, right? We were just going smoothly up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down until we finally gassed out at the upper Bollinger Band. The reason why the upper Bollinger Band is important, that is right at the highs, okay, or very, very close to the highs of the 4-9, right, of the April 9, 2,000 point rally that we had. And now this is the absolute highest, right? The absolute highest close in this whole entire formation. What's great about today is to get the bulls going, not only was this the highest close in this whole formation, Google came out with earnings, okay? And Google's earnings were very, very good, like really, really good earnings. And Google right now, after hours, is up about 3%. It was up 2% regular hours. So if we can close, guys, if we can close tomorrow, or again, at any juncture, if we can start building above 468 on the Qs tomorrow, damn, there's a shot we get to 474 and then start putting in a very, very probability case to get back to the 50-day moving average that we haven't seen in a very, very long time. And by the way, you see what this 73 area is, right? The 73 is the 50-day EMA. We're talking about the 50-day SMA, but again, you have to start somewhere. So if we can confirm 468, and that's kind of where the Qs are trading right now after hours. They're literally, if you look at the Qs after hours, sorry about this thing, this e-signal always gives these stupid prints. If you see where the Qs are trading right now after hours, they're right at 468. So we need to build above 468. And if we could build above 468 going into tomorrow's session, then we can see a potential test of 474, which is the 50-day EMA, which is going to be obviously huge for the bulls. As you can imagine, Meta is having a big reaction to Google. Meta was my trade of the day today. I think I could pretty much say to everybody in the webinar, I think that was pretty much the trade of the day today. We'll get to the pivots in a second. But Meta, we saw a massive buyer come in right around 10 o'clock. He came in for the 535 weeklies, about $600,000 worth. And then another buyer came in roughly for about, if you go on my regular X feed or Twitter feed at DanShep55, you'll see I posted it somewhere the other day. A guy came in for almost 3.6 million for the 550s for next week, right? Stock, Meta right now is trading 547 after hours. So phenomenal move, absolutely phenomenal move on Meta. I mean, this was insane, right? This was insane. So here it is. I got long off this 524 area, just kept on going and going and going and going. Obviously, it's having a big, big move. Congratulations for all you guys who kept a runner overnight. So going into tomorrow, guys, if we hold the 468 level on the QQQs and we start to build, folks, you don't need to be creative, okay? You don't need to be creative. Go through the NASDAQ 100, whatever your favorite stock is to trade, watch it over the April 9th highs, right? So if we confirm the April 9 highs on the Qs, every stock that put in April 9 high, watch it over that high. And it's just that sometimes trading, it becomes that simplistic, okay? Look at Amazon, okay? There's 1,000 names, right? Look at Amazon, watch it over this whole range. Look at NVIDIA, right? Look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA was awesome today. I also caught NVIDIA today. Beautiful, beautiful move. Starts confirming the 20-day moving average, could see 110. They were coming for the 106, 107, 108, and 110 weeklies today. Very, very important to understand. Look at Snow, right? Look at Snow. Snow had a monster move today. Congratulations. Again, we'll get to the pivots in a second. Congratulations to all you guys who caught Snow. Snow, a buyer came in this morning for the 5750 weeklies when the stock was at 149. Stock closed at 158, reclaiming back the 50-day moving average, okay? Tesla, look at Tesla, okay? Tesla is very, very close. It's not necessarily here at the 4.9 highs, but it's getting very, very close to reclaiming the 34 EMA. That's the one I'm watching very, very closely tomorrow because they were pumping today on weakness when the stock wasn't participating. They were pumping for the 270 weeklies, one after another, after another, after another. So it's super bullish, folks. The bulls, all they need to do is don't F this up. It's just that simple. Don't F this up. Reclaim the the 468 level, build off that level, and if everything works out, you should get a push to 474 in the next couple of days. Again, we'll go through the NASDAQ 100. We'll look at the charts. Every chart pretty much looks the same. They're either reclaiming the 10 to 20-day moving average or about to reclaim the 4.9 highs. That's the day that we had that 90-day kind of temporary pause on tariffs. So again, you can go through any stock, pick your favorites, watch that stock. If it confirms, it should rip. So let's go through the pivots. Again, there were only a few pivots. I actually forgot to put the Meta pivot in here, but all of us were long Meta. So beautiful move on NVIDIA. Beautiful move. I sold it within literally 20 cents of the highs. We talked about that 106.30s level, the 20-day supply. So 104.80 needs to confirm. Here was NVIDIA. Beautiful move. Awesome, awesome move. So it took out this whole 104.80 level and traded right into the 20-day supply, into this 106.40s, 50s level. I really like it tomorrow. If this thing could confirm the 416 highs, I really like it tomorrow for a potential push to 110. Again, we'll see if it confirms. PLTR 2 days ago had a great move. 99 and 100 needs to build to confirm. That was 2 days ago. And today, it confirmed the 103.76. Stock traded all the way up to like 108. Phenomenal move. Tesla closed right at its area, but this is not the big channel yet. Unfortunately, we're still a day away from the bigger channel. RGTI, for all you guys who traded the smaller cap name, gave about a 30-cent move from 930 to 960s. Snow went nuts. 152 rejected twice, needs to confirm. Snow went to 159, and obviously Meta was just absolutely amazing. As you can see here, Meta, here's Snow going crazy. Here was NVIDIA going crazy, blah, 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 blah. Here was PLTR going crazy. Again, these PLTR went another $3 higher. So really good day, man. Really, really good day. I was very pleased. The most important part was there was no volatility, man. There was no volatility. It was calmness. It was boring. It was lethargic. And that's exactly the market you want and need to trade. Guys, God bless. Great, great job today. Let's see if we could push the ball into the end zone tomorrow. Let's see if we could reclaim those April 9 highs. Game plan is ready. Mindset is ready. Business as usual. I'll see you guys on the field tomorrow. Have a great, great night.